What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 101 day. We're still very bummed here in Ohio, I'll tell you that. But it was fun to watch Indiana roll the SEC. Roll the Tide. That's for sure. That was a stinker of a game there. All right. Oh, good for you, Matthew. You must be a Miami fan then. All right. Let's get ready to get started. Here is our owner list for tonight. We are missing payments from several folks. I'm missing Zach Brenner, Dan Owens, James Ward, JJ. I think that might be it. And I want to just mention a couple quick little tidbits on the paying process, because there was quite a few like little things today, and in recent breaks that I've been meaning to kind of touch on. So just real quick, when it comes to paying for your spots, all the information is on the post, whether you're using PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Those are the three options. They're all listed there. With PayPal, I ask that you don't use any comments at all. Venmo requires you to use a comment, so I just ask that you use some type of an emoji, a pizza, a gas pump, a checkered flag, a thumbs up, whatever. Zelle doesn't require any of that, so don't have to worry about that. Before sending for your spots, make sure that you've got your spots. Like, just make sure that I've given you a thumbs up to your comment, and then that you've checked the list to just make sure your name's on the list. Every once in a while, I'll go to react to somebody with like a sad face, and it'll make me hit the like. So then it automatically sends you a notification immediately saying someone liked your comment. Well, in fact, I had to go back and change it to a sad face because, the like is the first thing that it wants you to do. So just make sure that you double check the list to make sure that you got your spots before you send for them. I know I harp on everybody paying before the break, which is also important and is expected. But at the same time, it just takes an extra couple seconds to verify you got your spot on the list. If by chance you do pay for a spot and then you didn't get that spot, please let me know. There's a good chance I may overlook it. There's a good chance I'll catch it in the process too. But with everything going on, there's a chance I'll miss it. And I don't want to ever owe anybody anything. So if you do, let me know. Sometimes I'll let people have, float break credit or whatever because it's easier for them. And if that's the case for you, that's fine. But more often than not, I just assume send you your money back so that you've got it. You know what I mean? If that ever happens, just message me, let me know. That way we're on the same page. And then lastly, if you're not sure on your total, I have a couple of guys that'll message me and just say, hey, just send me my total and I'll send it to you. And that's fine. If you're in that category, that is totally cool with me. I'm more than glad to send you your totals anytime. But I have noticed a couple of folks, and I'm not messaging them, and I'm not calling anybody out because I think it's probably by accident. But I have noticed there's been a couple of folks over the last few breaks that are like, $2 short, $3 short. And it's the same like one or two people that's kind of habitually in that category. So just know that I see it. If it's on purpose, please stop doing it. I'm not going to raise a fuss over $1 or $2 ever. But at the same time, if you're having trouble adding them up, message me. I'm happy to do it for you. I hope it's not, something that's like, I'm going to get one over on Mike every break. I'm going to, because, the $1 or $2 is really not that big of a deal. It's more of the principle of the idea of, everybody else is doing it a certain way. We don't need, one person that thinks they're better than everybody else type of deal. So, sorry to get on like a soapbox there about all that, but it all kind of is related to each other in some way or another. And, just wanted to kind of touch on all of it all at once. So, all right, let's get started here with our duck race. We got 1 through 12 on the ducks. Duck race drivers are Bubba, Davey Allison, Luke Fenhouse, Michael Waltrip, and Ty Gibbs. Let's set that. And we'll get this race going. We'll shuffle them one time. And good luck, everybody. All good, Keith. Like I said, it's not one person. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, all that isn't directed at any one person or just everything kind of is tied together, and I figured it was best to just... Sometimes you got to tighten up a little, That's all it is. Just tidying up a little. So, Duck 5. Duck 5 takes the win. In the duck race, that's going to be Keith. Keith with Duck 5 on the Duck Race win. Congrats, Keith. Pick up 5 drivers with that. All right. And with that said, let's get started. Box number 1. Here we go. Empty box. All right, good luck, everybody. See what kind of goodies we've got here. Parker Retzlaff. White Sparkle. That's going to go to James Holland. Again, shipping is included for all of the cards in this break. So tomorrow I will get everything shipped out. Josh Williams going to JR. And of course, if you have other stuff sitting here, whatever I can fit in that package, I'll send it all together. Which means most everybody can clean out whatever they got here. There's only, maybe 2 or 3 people that have more than what would fit in a package, so most everybody would be in the clear there. White Sparkle Kevin Harvick going to John Boyles. I do need to make a shipping post, so I'll probably do that maybe at the beginning of the week next week. Maybe on Monday. Might be a good time, because we're not going to do a break on Monday, so that might be a good time to make a shipping post for those that don't have, that haven't hit or whatever. All right. Empty box. And away we go. We got 19 out of 35 on the base, Jeff Gordon. That's going to go to Storm Ghost. Jeff Gordon. Steven, I'll hit him again here in the recap at the end. That way we don't have to. That way we don't have to go back, and because we'll show him here again in just a couple minutes. 50 of 75 race used tires. Clint Boyer goes to James Ward. And we got Rocket Man, race used tires, 21 of 99, Ryan Newman. Going to Matthew. Rocket Man. Oh, this is cool looking. 8 out of 10, Treasured Swatches, Hollow Gold, Justin Allgaier. 2-color sheet metal. That's going to go to Andrew Haywood. We'll get a mag for that one. Justin Allgaier. Nice one, Andrew. And then we got Team Duels, Connor Zilich and Carson Quapple. 24 out of 30. So we'll need a random for that. Zilich is owned by Mario Martinez, and Carson Quapple, Stephen Hudson. So we will have a random at the end. for that. Nice patch. That's nice. 5 out of 5. Matt Mills, Colossal Material Autograph. Matt Mills is an unlisted driver, and we'll go to James Holland. 5 out of 5. That's cool. Sharp. Second mag of the box. It's going to be a while before we top that football box the other day where we used, 21 touches in one box. That was pretty epic. Matt Mills. Nice one, James. And then 55 of 75. Fire Suit Signatures, Austin Cindric. That will go to Dan Owens. Dan O. Nice, Dan. Weird. 7 of 25. Brennan Poole, Colossal Material Auto. I feel like we had extra cards in this one again because we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we had 10 cards in this one again. That's happened more than once. You're supposed to get, I think 8 is what's advertised. There's been more than once that we've gotten 10. Yeah, we opened a football box the other night, Mike, for the fantasy football winner. You have to go back and watch it. It was crazy. Treasured numbers, Ross Chastain, 41 of 99. 5 career wins. That's going to go to Melvin. It was a wild one, that's for sure. Nope, that's the wrong size. And our redemption, Triple Threat Signatures Green, Denny Hamlin. So that's going to be an SSP, I believe, maybe out of 5. It's going to be short printed. I'm 99% sure. Going to Mario with the Denny Hamlin. Don't have the will in me to watch the fantasy break. Well, I was the runner-up. I'm the one that got shellacked in the championship, and I had to do the break. So that you know how they do punishments for losers, and I felt like I was being punished. Like, here's your punishment. You lost. Now you have to open this awesome box of cards for somebody else. Speaking of fantasy football punishments, I saw on, I don't know if anybody watches the New Heights podcast with the Kelseys, but they had Caitlin Clark on, and she was talking about how the league that she's in, the punishment that they had to do for her league was somebody was going to have to take a 17-hour bus ride, and they were going to have to live stream the whole thing on Instagram. So, and you couldn't take anything else with you. Like, you couldn't take anything else to watch or do or what. Like, you just had to sit there. Couldn't read a book even. 17-hour bus ride, just streaming. And the reason you had to stream was so that people could watch you and keep an eye on to make sure that, you were not doing anything. Wild. I probably would have just slept. White Sparkle, Austin Dillon, going to Michael Clay. And then we got Jack Wood. That's going to go to James. Yeah, you're right, Scott. That's a positive. At least hopefully you'd have some people watching. Unless it was like, unless it was going to be like a private stream where, I don't know. It sounded like you just had to be live on Instagram. So yeah, at least you'd have people to chat with maybe. Hopefully somebody would keep you entertained for a while. Joey Logano is going to go to James. But that would be a pretty boring that would be a pretty boring punishment for sure. All right, very thin box of NT here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in this one. It looks like, I believe, if my quick counting was correct. We got 2 of 25 on the Kyle Larson. Going to William Steele. David Reagan, 41 of 75, race used tire. That will go to James in the unlisted spot. Then we're going to go Jamie McMurray, 73 out of 99. Going to John Boyles. Race used fire suit, 7 out of 75. Darrell Waltrip. Going to go to Jake. You can always tell the old school fire suits too. The material itself just looks so different. And we're going to go Treasured Swatches, 63 of 75 for Tony B. That's going to be fire suit as well. Going to Tim Mays. Daniel Dye, 14 out of 99. Colossal Material Auto. Going to go to Tim Mays. Back-to-back hits. I don't know if you guys follow, I think his name's, is it Brayston Lassiter? I think that's his name. He's an ARCA driver, I believe. Younger kid, like I wouldn't put him, he might still be a teenager, I don't know. Younger kid, it looks like, or maybe early 20s at the oldest. But he's pretty entertaining, and he made a post on Twitter or X where he had bought some boxes of cards, and he goes, man, this hobby is going to get expensive real quick, and then he had made some posts previously about him signing autographs for Panini with the sticker sheets. So, seems really entertaining, and seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. And I was never familiar with him, but obviously started following him because of his card content. So, 73 of 99, Justin Haley for Andrew Haywood. Yeah, he seems like a good one. I would, if we can get him, if we could figure out how to get him into the group, when his cards come out, I would gladly gift him a spot in a break, for his own, for himself. It'd be kind of cool. I love it when athletes are collecting, cards, and especially their own stuff. Like, how exciting is that, That's got to be super cool. 7 out of 99. Treasured numbers, Kurt Busch. Nice hit there with the Kurt going to Rob. I suspect he'll probably be in 26 Donruss. That makes sense to me. Nice Kurt. And last but not least, treasured moments. 85 out of 99, Danica Patrick. That will go to Nate. You don't think he's trying to collect himself, Scott? I haven't seen him other than just posting a couple things. I haven't been following him all that long, so I guess I don't have a very good feel for what he's up to, All right, let me run back through a recap for you guys, and then we'll do a random for this duel. Certainly appreciate everybody's support today. Again, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope 2026 is fantastic for everybody. The break schedule's posted. I got a little bit of a mixture of stuff the next couple days. We'll get into our Friday lunch break routine like we normally do tomorrow. And then the rest of the schedule's there. So, that'll take us through Sunday. And then we'll regroup next week. So we had White Sparkle, Joey Logano, Jack Wood, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, Josh Williams, Parker Retzlaff. His interest in the hobby. I'm saying his interest in the hobby will get people to pay attention to him through. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely it will. You're right. Kyle Larson out of 25. And Jeff Gordon out of 35 on the base. Yeah, 100%. I think he's brilliant for doing it publicly, I saw he made a post not too long ago about social engagement and social media views or whatever, and I think he's acutely aware of how important that is, so that's good. Treasured swatches, Tony B, DW, Jamie McMurray, David Reagan, Ryan Newman, and Clint Boyer. Yeah, exactly. And it'll be really cool, like I guess that's what I mean, is it'll be really cool when he knows he's in the product, like if it's Donruss or whatever, it'll be really cool to just see someone's genuine reaction when they see their own card out of a box for the first time, or whatever. It'll just be cool. Out of 99, Kurt Busch, Justin Haley. We had Daniel Dye, Ross Chastain, Brennan Poole, Austin Cindric. We had a redemption for Denny Hamlin, Triple Threat Signers Green. That's going to be a SSP, I do believe. Then we had Danica Patrick, Treasured Moments. Out of 10, Treasured Swatches, Justin Allgaier with the gold sheet metal. And then the green 5 of 5. This is what I envision the Denny being like, because it's a gold trim or gold foil. 5 of 5, Colossal, Matt Mills. And then that just leaves our dual Zilich and Carson Kvapil to settle up on. Again, Zilich is Mario, and Kvapil is Steven. So, knock this bad boy out. And I think I'm gonna try to catch most of the Georgia Ole Miss game. I think it probably just started maybe 20 minutes ago or a half hour ago. probably close to the end of the first quarter, maybe. All right, I got both of them plugged in here. And just like normal, 5 times, and the winner will be at the top. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to go to Connor Zilich. Connor Zilich is Mario. So congrats, Mario, on the duel. Mario Martinez on the duel for Zilich. And that will conclude everything for tonight. Again, I want to say thanks to everybody. Hopefully we have everybody has a great start to the year. Hopefully everybody had a great day today, and you just keep stacking good days, and that's how you get a good week and a good month and a good year. All the best for everybody for sure. And yeah, like I said before, check the schedule. Tomorrow, lunch break, turn 4, 2 boxes, driver group style. That'll be at 11:30 a.m., our typical lunch break on Friday. So hope to see everybody again real soon. Until then, we will see you all next time.